G'day cocktail lovers. This is what I thought was an interesting looking riff on a whiskey sour called a Ply Pin. And I have no idea why. I actually did a little bit of searching. I found the cocktail recipe. I did not find an explanation for the name. So if you know why it would be Ply Pin or what that term might mean, let me know. You can see it's quite a bright colour. That's because it has both cranberry juice and Peychaud's bitters in there. So it's really brought up the colour element. And it has a mix of whiskies and falernum. But I want to taste it first to see if it's living up to its promise. It's its own thing. You can tell it's a whiskey sour, but the cranberry and falernum really take it to a slightly different place. And it's really tasty. I'll run you through the ingredients. The recipe said to use a split of bourbon and rye whiskey, and I would most often use Australian whiskies in place, but I thought, oh, what the heck, why not? I don't use bourbon that often. So I'm using some Michter's bourbon, and this is an American rye as well from San Francisco. It's a higher proof. That's the other thing that's recommended. At least 100 proof, 50% ABV rye is recommended for this, and so that's what I've gone with. The sweetener in this is not sugar syrup, it's falernum. And a friend asked, what is falernum? Wasn't familiar with it. If you're not familiar with it, it's a rum-based liqueur, and it has a lot of these island spices. This is, I think, regarded as one of the authentic falernums. John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum, a product of Barbados. So it's only 11% ABV, so it's not very strong, but falernum was developed in Barbados in the 18th century. It was first made by blending rum, sugar, lime juice, and certain spices. It's basically that. And it is really nice. If you don't have falernum in your collection, it's worth getting. Those are the main ingredients that come together to make the Ply Pin, but now I'll show you exactly how to make it. In a shaker, put 1 1/4 ounces, around 37.5 mils of bourbon, then half an ounce or 15 mils of rye whiskey, then half an ounce or 15 mils of falernum, then 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of cranberry juice, and 1/4 ounce or 7.5 mils of lime juice. Then we're doing 3 dashes of Peychaud's bitters, and to bring up some flavours, 2 drops of saline. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 or 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice. And for garnish, I'm using a twist of orange peel and some maraschino cherries on a skewer. All in all, a fun and tasty variation on a whiskey sour. It's a fun colour, and they're just a little bit different with the falernum and the cranberry juice. It just takes it a little bit apart and makes it its own thing. So if you like a whiskey sour and you want to play around a bit, I think this one is worth trying, the Ply Pin. You should check it out. If you do, let me know. Let me know what you think of it. But whatever you're doing, I do hope you're taking care, and I do hope to see you again sometime soon. Until I do see you, I will say cheers.